of the season. Year 1, race 7, Le Mans. I'll give it a few minutes for people to join. I have to send this, and we start in about 3 minutes, I believe. It starts with rain. Interesting. That will be an interesting start of this race. Let's go. Let me find everything here. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure how it's could be that attendance. Usually the last race of the season. A lot of people are in different things already. Let's see. We'll read a little bit about Le Mans. I'm going to open a map as well. And then we go. Um, Circuit de la Sate. These will be very hard. These names are, I don't know French at all. And there are so many names in this track, which is amazing because it's a real life track. But at the same time, it's extremely challenging to say the names. Let me see. We can start in a minute. Not sure people will join today, but I will record this regardless so we can wrap it up for the season. Okay, let me. No, not this one. Okay, let's read a little bit about the the track and then we go. We go for it. This is a huge track, over 4 minutes a lap, close to 4 minutes, right? On the GR3 cars that we used to race. This is the Circuit de la Sate Le Mans. It's a real track. Hey, hello, Tom. I think it's going to be you and me. There's someone else that I'm not sure who's watching, but yeah, let's do it. Let's wrap this up. The location is Europe and in France, of course. This is a huge track with 13 kilometers, not 600 meters, so 13,629 meters of extension. This is the full track. with the chicanes. The elevation is 37 meters, which is 0.27%. It has like 29 corners, very high speed, and it's a bob of high type. So let's go for it. I'll try to to read some names. Let me localize myself here in the map compared to the map there on the ground. Okay, let's go. The first corner is called the Courbe Dunlop. It's like Dunlop turn. Then you have like the small left and right turns that are called Ralentisseur Dunlop. What's Ralentisseur in French? I have no idea. Is it like chicane? Okay, we are going to start right now. Yeah, there is no, it's just a name. Yeah, it's just a name. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, let's go. This looks like we have rain. So we have a reverse grid start. So we have package. It's the Bouygues Delic running in the lead here with the Porsche. It looks like he's in the Porsche, right? Oh, sorry. Let me change the camera just for me to be able to see. Yeah, he's in the new Porsche. Okay. In the new Porsche, I have package on EM tires. I think everyone will be on EM tires. I hit down on the old Porsche 911, is this the 921? I think it is. And then you have Doggy on the GTR, also on intermediate tires for the rain. Then you have Epsilon on the 458 Ferrari, also EM tires. Then you have Zyok on the new Ferrari 296. Winters on the Porsche as well, the old one. Oh, not everyone is on internet. Oh, he's on soft. Yeah, what the heck? So those two, this guy, because, oh, yeah, it's a mistake for sure. So Winters starting on soft, that will be a miserable lap. Yeah, it's going to screw his race for most likely, unfortunately, because you see the rain there is like heavy rain even the intermediate, the inter tires. Oh, we also have Dr. Russian on mediums. What happened here? People didn't know it was going to start raining. I guess that can only be this. They don't have Tom on. They knew because many people are on. Many of the drivers are on the inter tires. Interesting. Lucas on inter tires as well on the Audi. Very very powerful in this track. Then you have Miko. Oh, he's also on medium tires on the Supra. Now I start to understand what I've seen it. What happened. Then you have Nathan, also on the Audi with inter tires, and then you have Ahmed. So you have here 1, 2, 3 drivers that completely miss the rain, and that will be a crazy show to watch, most likely. Let's go for it and see how it goes. This is a long race. If the cars are too far apart, I might even speed up a bit, to be honest, because it's such a long race, and there might not have battles in between at certain points. So we can just speed it up a bit. It shouldn't be a problem. Let's go for it because it's over 4 minutes a lap. So, it's heavy rain, 4 beeps, and it's a grid start. Let's see how this did in row. So they start off, you already have Epsilon on the 458 from the outside, fighting for the first position here. On the first turn, Tom also with the grid start of the of the Citroën is already there on third place. Immediately taking a few positions. They're all in inter tires in the front there. Then you have Doggy in fourth place, Lucas on the Audi. Hedan lost a lot of positions as expected in the Porsche in the grid start, right? It's so slow for the grid start. Then you have Zyok, also lost many places here, and Ahmed, that he made many positions. But on the back you have the 3 guys that missed the wet tire. So let's take a look. It might be interesting. Miko is already giving up at this point. Poor guy. Yeah, it's impossible. It's a mission impossible here. Let's see. This will be interesting. I don't care about the fight in the front at this point. I just want to see this. Let's see. Yeah, it will not work. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be such a miserable lap for us poor guys. Then you have Winter somehow. He's keeping under control, actually quite fast. And then you have Dr. Rushan also in the wrong tires here. Okay. Well, I believe they're all going to, well, they have to pit at least, but it's a long lap. It's such a difficult track. And in this heavy braking area, it's going to be impossible there. I might rewind and move back again because Nathan's already on third place, so I want to see what happened there. But yeah, they are doing a very, very slow lap. I'm going to rewind and see this from the front. We already saw the fun part. Let's take a look. Epsilon starts here. He has a very good grid start. Also, Tom is going to pop up here on the right side, getting a position. Epsilon is already in first there. Tom gets so many positions already in third place. And then you have Lucas as well with a good grid start from the inside on Jedan on turn 2. Doggy is struggling a bit, but he controls the car. Zayok also putting pressure. It's very messy start. Nathan's already in 8th place. And yeah, from the start, he's already here all the way in 6th place. And he's been getting some pressure here from Jedan. And Epsilon and Peckish are already a bit detached from this group. And then you have Doggy here already taking the inside from Tom. And Tom got bumped. He is going to get a penalty as well, I believe. Plus, he got a bit, pushed there. But all is good, and everyone behind him are the ones with the wrong tires. So Zayok in 8th, Ahmed in 7th. Lucas in 6th. It's a good battle here for the heavy braking zone of the first kind of chicane. It's called Lelanti Sur. Oh, that's okay. They managed to control here. Lucas kicks Doggy on the back a little bit, but everything is under control at this moment in time. And Ahmed is already like here on the back, putting some pressure, and Zayok as well. So it's a good race here in this pack. They're side by side, but in the end, Lucas has his slipstream. He might be able to take advantage of this. We got the inside, but it's the outside of the next corner. Let's see. The Audi has such a top speed that his slipstream might not matter so much here. He's in the front. It's going to be a very tricky braking here. They managed to control. Lucas lost a little bit. He might probably get a penalty now. Let's see, maybe not, but I would expect him to get a penalty there, but no. Maybe he was too slow to get the penalty. I think when you go out so very slow, it was much slower than you usually would be, you don't really get the penalty. So now Doggy and Lucas here fighting for the 4th place, and they're heading for the Moose Lane, the famous one. Deadly if you make a mistake. Dog is on the outside controlling the car. He does manage to control the car, but he got a penalty there. Half a second penalty for Dog. He's going to probably lose the position there. Let's take a look at Epsilon in the front. How is he handling? He's handling quite well in the 458 somehow in the rain. So he does have a very good advantage at this point in time. So it's basically 4 seconds. And Nathan is already in 2nd place here. He started all the way in the back before the last place. Now they're heading here for the Indianapolis, I think it's called, this one. But it's a very heavy braking area as well. Very hard to do, but he does manage to take it properly on the rain. And now it's the Arnage. For the very high speed section of the track on the corners. Of course the opposite side is faster, but those corners now ahead are very high speed and the rain might be a bit tricky. It's not that easy, right? So Nathan already had, and Lucas is already in 3rd place. I'm going to rewind just a little bit, just the first lap. As I mentioned, I might fast forward a bit later, but now I want to take a look what happened here. So you had Lucas fighting with Doggy. Let's just rewind this. We're back all the way to the to the Indianapolis here. And okay, Lucas goes, he loses the position now. Pekic also already dropped to third place. Nathan there in second. Let's take a look. Oh, Pekic is really struggling to control that car. He gets a bit of a touch from the back. Lucas waits a little bit, but then he goes forward. That's how he gets the position. And now you have... Oh, okay. So you have Ahmed and Hedden also going forward, getting the position from Dog after that half a second penalty there. Then you have Tommy in 8th place after that initial incident in the first sector of the race. And then you have the guys, oh, you have Zayok also dropped all the way to the back. He's also on the Inter tires. And then you have the guys with the wrong tires struggling a lot. Yeah, it's very, very hard, this one. Let's go around once again. Epsilon in first place. Let's see how far he is. He's still very good advantage here. Again, this is a very high speed part of the track for corners. So you might have some difficulties here on the rain. I believe the rain is starting to stop, so you see already there reducing the water in the track a little bit, and Epsilon struggling a little bit, and Nathan is already closing the gap a little bit at this point in time. Lucas is very close, but he has a penalty now. Third place for Lucas. So the Audis are really doing their job here in this track. They are really strong on this track. Let's take a look at different view here in this beautiful part of the track. This is the beginning, the Courbe Dunlop, and then the Lentisseau Dunlop, and the La Chapelle after that. Let's follow like this, it's better, because then we know exactly where we are on the track here. Now this is the Tete Rouge. Very high speed here. If you make a mistake, usually you get a penalty. Everything is under control. Ahmed is already in fourth place, putting some pressure and getting pressured by Hedon here. That gets the inside on the long corner. I don't know why they're not really working together, not bump drafting each other. But you also have Pekic now that dropped to the sixth place, and he's bump drafting a little bit on Ahmed's side. He needs to pick a side. He does pick the inside, and this will be quite tricky, heavy braking hour. Everyone keeps it under control, and very nice. And they managed to do it without incidents on the rain. Dog is in 7 here. This group is a very nice battle here, back here. And with this slipstream, it's like the visibility is shitty, but it's getting better. It's already there drying out the track. The rain is stopped. So a couple more laps, maybe 1 or 2, and they probably switch tires. They have here now Ahmed and Hedon putting some pressure on Lucas, who has a penalty. Let's take a look at now the second Helentiso. And everyone is very close now. They're catching up on Epsilon there, of course, on the Ferrari. The 458 is not that strong on this track, so they're all catching up on him. And you have there on this group, big part of the group. The 6 first places are like very close together right now. Okay, let's take a look. Now Ahmed is bumped drafting a little bit hidden, and they're heading for the Moose lane here. Everything is fine. Doggy gives a bump in Ahmed that might get a penalty here because of going out there. I'm not sure, maybe not, because I got bumped, right? I think the game really recognizes that. And Doggy does not back off. And Pex is now with the slipstream of Ahmed, and they're both. He might bump to Ahmed, and he gets the position over Doggy. But again, the slipstream here, it's everything. And Doggy might recover this on the heavy braking area of the Indianapolis. Let's see. That's very tricky with all these cars on the heavy rain. Everyone managed to keep under control. Very close racing, very, very skilled racing here, this one. Really like it. Nice. He tries to get the inside. I don't think it will stick here. He didn't have enough overlap there to get that position, but now he has his slipstream, Dog, putting some pressure on the Dog. I see Ahmed also making the overtake over Lucas because of the penalty there. And the track is drying out. in theory, you're almost at the point that you could use slick tires now in the race. I'm not sure if any. I don't think they will stop on this lap, but next lap, I believe most of them will be switch tires for the slick tires. It's very, very nice race here, very close. Let's take a look from the high ground. Oh, Ahmed from the inside. Oh, he already had Pekic is making the overtook and Dog as well over Ahmed. They both overtook Ahmed. That has a 1 second penalty there. And they're heading for the very fast kind of chicane here. And then the heavy brake chicane now to open up the third lap. Those 3 laps have been amazing. Someone is risking to change tires in this lap. That's possible, of course. Ahmed is also doing it, but at the same time, if you go out of the racing line a little bit, you're out. So let's take a look in the back how these guys are doing. They're still running. Oh, they didn't switch tires here. We'll have Miko keeping their medium tires. And then you have Winters. He also kept the soft tires, and he didn't have any like rubber lost on the tires because it was raining, right? So, but they are very, very behind. So even if they stop there, it's just not possible. The same for Dr. Rushan, but at least now they can race. They can finally start their race here, which will be very tricky regardless. Okay, Ahmed in soft tires with 1 second penalty here. And you have Epsilon as well on soft tires. Let's see if they manage to keep it together. Nathan is already in fourth there, so it might be worth to take a look at very soon. I didn't see that. Oh, Epsilon stopped. Yeah, that's the reason. Of course, he was in second, so everything is fine. So I'm curious to see how Epsilon and Ahmed will, and everyone here on the back with the, well, racing tires now with a very, very thin dry lane might do. They might suffer here a little bit, but yeah, they're very good on this, so they might just make it happen. That's the rusty Suzuki from Ahmed here, and then you have the very nice livery here. Oh, yeah, that's a very nice livery from Epsilon here. Also half a second penalty. You have Zayok in 7th place now. Everyone here, Tom already in 6th place on the Inter tires. Doggy. Oh, let's look at the battles. Those are the cool things to watch. You have Doggy, Pex, and Lucas in a very close race for almost this full lap and the previous lap, so it's a very cool part to see. Let's watch these guys a little bit. And you have Hedan already in 2nd place. He's doing a great job there. Everyone should go into the pits now. Pex has half a second penalty, so he probably will stop this lap. Let's follow them a little bit. Pekic had a slipstream. He might try a move here, heading to the Indianapolis now. He might try a move, and he does get the position there over Doggy on the straight, but now Doggy has the slipstream, so it's very tricky. He might take the position back even before they reach the Indianapolis now if he wants, or he might decide to bump draft. I don't know. I think he's just following it. There they go, Indianapolis, and then on the Virge Darnash, and you have Pekic defending the inside, but Doggy is putting the pressure here. Now they're heading. Yeah, that's one is the Virge Darnash, and that's they did, and Pekic managed to keep the position there, but he does have the penalty, of course. And now Doggy gets it. Let's see Tom. Tom is very far behind. Let's follow those guys a little bit. It's a beautiful day. Now it's the dawn of the day, so the end of the day now. We are heading to the night part of the race very soon. Oh, Doggy leaps there, but he managed to take control of the car. Those are very, very high speed section. Oh, again, Doggy there is struggling a little bit to keep the car under control. And Pex now is really closing the gap here. They are probably all going from 1st to 7th. Maybe they're all going to the pits here, maybe not. They might decide to do another lap to avoid. Okay, they're all going to the pits here. Everyone on the pits. All switching for racing tires. Let's see Epson is the first one on soft tires. He might, let's see if he goes back to first place. He should go, but this high-speed section is so dangerous with a very thin line of dry track that I can only imagine how challenging it is. You have to keep it really under control here. Oh, that's very dangerous, yeah. You have slick tires, you go out like that, you're gone. You have to keep the racing line. So, we have Nathan still keeps his first position. Epsilon had a problem there. He spun on the wet part of the... yeah, heartbreaking. He was going to recover the first place, but yeah. It's a very thin line there that you need to keep. And then you head on in second, doing an amazing race today, Head. He's in a very good pace on the Porsche. Then you have Lucas in third place on the other Audi. Very strong cars here. Now, the tricky part is, of course, whenever you go out of the track or out of the racing line, it might be wet and might be tricky for a couple of laps, maybe one more. It's a very long lap, so it should dry out probably in this lap. We have Nathan, Hedan, Lucas. Let's take a look at the tires. So Nathan is on soft tires. He will need to stop a bit earlier, so he needs to open up even further the gap here, although he already has a huge gap to Hedan in the second place. Hedan in second place on medium tires. Then you have Lucas in third place on the medium tires as well. Ahmed on the soft tires, having a big pressure here now from Pekic, also on the medium tires. But Pekic he does have a penalty already, so it might be very tricky for him to keep up. Ahmed is teasing him there, calling him for a battle with his alert lights. But yeah, Pekic is bump drafting him, which is the wise thing to do, I guess, at this point in time. He might try to take the inside here when they're heading to the second relentisser, but he does step back. So very high speed, very easy to get a penalty here as well. Yeah, this race has been amazing so far, to be honest. The first 4 laps have been really, really cool to watch. And you have Zayek in 6th place now. Doggy fell to 7th place. I think he was there already. You have Zayek on softs. Let's take a look. Medium softs for Zayek. Doggy is on mediums. Then you have Tom on soft tires. Then you have Dr. Rushan still with the initial tires, but not so far. I think he closed the gap a little bit on Tom. So Dr. Rushan, from the drivers who start the race with the wrong tire here, is the one that recovered the most by far. He's quite ahead, very close to Tom and Doggy, so he did kind of manage to recover a little bit. Although, of course, Tom and Doggy had some incident at some point. That's what happened as well, but it was a very good recovery. Then you have Epson after that heartbreaking spin there. He was about to recover the first place. Yeah, it's a choice you do, right? He switched tires quite early. It's a risk. It might pay off or it might not pay off. As soon as you go out of the track, you're going to get a wet part of track, and it's so hard to control. He's here on the Moose Lane, the famous Moose Lane, doing a recovery race at this point. Then you have Miko. Miko is already very close to Epson at this point in time. And then you have Winters. I think Winters just stopped. He's lap 2. He stopped for a while. I completely missed that. Yeah, he started in the wrong tires. He decided to forfeit the race. And Miko is here. He's so fast on this track, probably very frustrated at this point. Yeah, I agree. We all made that gamble. I agree. That expecting the track to dry out very fast, and it doesn't. So Miko is so fast on this track, but I think it's now very frustrating for him. He was flying on practice, really, doing like 58s. Also Nathan was doing some 58s often. Was really incredible to see. Let's go around. Nathan keeping the head here, very comfortable lead here. And yeah, he has everything on this. Probably one of the strongest cars for this track at this patch, leading already by very long, and he's doing the fastest sectors as well at this point in time on soft tires. So, and then you have Lucas, Ahmed, and Hayden. I'm gonna rewind to see this battle, and then I forward back because Hayden was in second there. Oh, it's a lot. Doesn't matter. I'll put back. Let's see what happens here. Later in the race, I can forward. I can move forward. Let's take a look. We have Pakesh Ahmed, Lucas, and Hayden here fighting for the second place. And they're heading now to the Indianapolis. Is it? Yes. The Indianapolis. Very fast corner. Oh, you already have Lucas. Let me take a look. He does have the slipstream, and yeah, on the Audi, on the straight. Easy overtake here from the inside. And now they're heading to the Indianapolis. Yeah, the Audi is hard on the straights. Now you have Ahmed backing off a bit. That's the Indianapolis. Now that they're doing the SS, the Indianapolis it's called, and then the Virage Darnage, the next one. And you do see Lucas grabbing the second place at this point in time. Hedon has a better X here. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, he does get a little bit more behind. And Ahmed now has the slipstream. Let's see if he chooses to bump her after he takes the inside. They're heading to the Virage Porsche and then the Dupont. And Ahmed has the inside, an easy overtake after the slipstream. And those are the very fast corners. It's still wet outside. That's very dangerous for Lucas. So he does manage to keep control there. But it's really, you have to be really careful at this point in time because it's wet on the yeah, you see Ahmed sliding on the wet part of the track. If you don't be careful, it can be extremely dangerous. They're really very good drivers because yeah, it's very hard to keep the car under control like this. Whenever you go, and you see Ahmed putting some pressure on Lucas. Let's see what happens. They are in the last few chicane to open up. Yeah, exactly. The curbs are completely wet usually, and it gets on there. Ahmed does the fastest lap of the race at this point in time. It's still 4:08, of course, because the track is still kind of wet here. So they're heading here for the Dunlop, the Curve Dunlop, and the Helantisor Dunlop. There you go, Dunlop Park, and then they head here to the La Chapelle and Tete Rouge, it's called. And finally there, the Virage de Rouge for the long straight, the very fast, this one, a very fast right-hander, and for the long straights ahead with two very deadly chicanes as well, very fast chicanes. Now Hedon has the slipstream. Let's see how it goes here. If he's going to bump her off, this Porsche is struggling on the straights. You see, he had the slipstream for a while. He's not closing the gap. It's crazy. It's similar with the 458. You're behind some fast car and it takes so long for you, even with the slipstream to be able to catch up. Yeah, there's no chance he can overtake on the straights here. I mean, unless there's a mistake on the X of those corners. As soon as he opens up, and that's what I think. I could be completely wrong here and saying bullshit, but I don't think so. I think I think if you go on the slipstream against a very fast car with the Porsche of the 458 here on a straight like this, whenever you open up and you lose the slipstream, you might not even be able to overtake if it's a very long straight, because it's a bit frustrating. But yeah, of course, it's very strong in other parts of the race. Yeah, you can clearly see he's struggling here on the straights. Let's see how Doggy is going here. He's trying to close the gap. Pakish made a few mistakes, I do believe, because he was very close to that pack, and somehow he lost. And you do have Ahmed overtaking on the straight. It looks like the Suzuki is also very, very fast on the straight here. He does have the slipstream. He gets the outside. They're now heading to the nose lane, and he does take the position. That's a very heavy braking zone. Lucas tries to take the inside, but he has to back off, of course, to avoid an incident. The dry is completely tracked now. The line is a bit larger. And Lucas got the wet part of the track. So unfortunate. It's so, yes, that's wet. Such a chance. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Head-on takes opportunity, of course. He gets the position. And he has the third place settled here at this moment in time. But still, the track is still very deadly if you go out of the racing line where it's dry on racing tires at this moment in time. But the race is settling a little bit more now. Let's go around, take a full lap around. Nathan is just like, how do you say? He's just like going for a Sunday drive here at this moment in time. He's so far ahead. Oh my God, it's a lot. Anyway, then you have Ahmed just finishing his Viraj Darnaj there. Then you have Heda in third place. Let's take a look at the tires. So soft tires, but with the, I do believe because the ground, someone might help me learn here. Because the tires are not wearing at all. It might be a combination of the wet plus the cold of the asphalt or the tarmac being very cold. Yeah, it's like it's very easy for him, but I see the soft tires are lasting longer than usual. I can only think it's because of the combination of wet plus the cold tarmac. And then we have Ahmed in second, quite far behind here. Oh, Ahmed, yeah, the wet part of the track, deadly. Let's take a look again, replay. Oh my God! Let's have. He's the winner of T1. We can have some fun with him make a mistake. It's rare to happen. Yes. So there we go. Yeah. Everyone has the risk. I mean, this drying track is deadly. Oh God! There we go. Head on. Grabs the second place now. Yeah. It's a pleb. Why? How? But it's a good excuse, right? If he does this, we can now make those mistakes because there's no excuse. No excuse needed. You don't have Pekish now on his trail because of that mistake. So we have Nathan in first, Hedan in second, 6 laps, 1/3 of this race. And you do have Doggy putting some pressure here now in 5th place. And Tom is a bit further behind. Let's follow those 3 here now because that's where the battle is at the moment. I do see a group a little back, and we can take a look at that part a little bit later. Nathan and Hedan are quite comfortable ahead. Unless they make a huge mistake at this moment in time, there's nothing much interesting happening there other than a drive. Okay. This is they just did the Viraj de Tête Rouge, and they're on the long straight. Doggy has the slipstream. They're heading for the first ralentisseur. Dog is bump drafting a bit. The visibility is ridiculously bad when you're. I think it's a bug of the game. You cannot see shit when you're driving like this, so close at the night. But he does manage to get the braking point in place. That's so easy to miss that braking point because the visibility is so bad. Oh, they're all struggling here with that part of the tracks. Something might happen again. Some mistake because, yeah, if you just go a little bit out, it can be deadly there. Okay, the 3 of them. Let's take a look from the outside during the dark night, how it goes. Pekish might make a move here over Ahmed. He takes the inside. Heading to the second ralentisseur. Ahmed is putting some pressure for him to keep him on the left side of the track, which means Ahmed might have a better exit on the second part of the chicane here. Can you call this chicane? I guess you can. And he does keep the position. Like experience move. Yeah, because when you might look in the track map, but it's a bit too far. Yeah, you have to look on the track map. I agree. daunting there, but I don't know. Yeah, there they go for the very heavy braking area of the Muslin. That's a nice battle here. Pax is really trying to put some pressure, but now Doggy has a better X. He might have this slipstream. He does have this. Oh, Ahmed open up a little bit. The Porsche is lighted, so now Ahmed has some gap there. But and Pax has to worry about Doggy here that takes the inside. There's a very tricky here because any of them can go to the wet part of the track if they're not careful. There is some. And they're head to the SS Indianapolis here at this moment in time. Those are the SS Indianapolis, and then Doggy goes out, but he does manage to control, and now they're heading to the Virage d'Arnage. Then you have package from on the inside of Doggy. It's a bit of, he does hit Doggy, he holds back, and the position is settled for Doggy for now at this moment in time. It's a nice evening, like evening at this point in time. It's very dark already, and we are heading to the very late night, I think, at the moment, right? I think it's going to be night for a few laps, even darker than it is, because it is still seeing the sky, a little bit of light. And they are now on the Virage du Pont and then Virage Corvette. Those are very, very high speed parts of the track, and I'm gonna see here because Dog is putting pressure on Ahmed now when they're heading here for the Maison Blanche and then the Virage Ford. Oh, that's it. Oh, Ahmed makes a mistake there. Doggy gets the position here for sure. Oh no, the acceleration of this Suzuki is ridiculous. He does take advantage to keep the position there on the acceleration on that exit. I don't know, Dog is lighted a bit, but it's extremely powerful there. I'm impressed. Okay. There we go. You have Dr. Rusha now switching tires for the first time, and you have Nathan as well. Hedan took the first place there. I'm not following there ahead because it's a bit further apart each other, so I try to follow the battles in the track. So that's where I'll stay for a while. I might do a loop now after everyone starts stopping, I guess. I believe Ahmed is about to stop as well. He's on softs, very high speed corners here. So you don't want to have more than half wear tires most of the time because it's such a high speed corners that makes it very hard, very tricky to keep the car together. So we have Hedan in first. He's on mediums. He might take a few more laps to stop, so very good move here. But Nathan had a very big lead, so he probably... Let's see, I believe Nathan will be on medium tires. We go there now. I have Ahmed in second place at this moment in time. He's about to stop, probably next lap. When he's heading here for the first relentisser. Then you have Doggy following close, but already 1.5 seconds behind more or less. And then you have Peckish also. And now that the night is really falling fast here. You see it's getting darker and darker. Then you have Nathan after the pit stop on medium tires. So he now going to do, I believe, 6 laps on the medium tires. So by lap 13 he might stop again, but he might have the first place back at that moment in time because I believe Hedan will stop in a more like 3 or 4 laps. I'm just curious what Hedan will do, if he was going to try to do soft tires to the end of the race or he's going to put another mediums to end, right? They had the wet conditions, so it doesn't matter the tires they use right now. Then you have Lucas. Yes, I think the mediums lasted a lot. The tires lasted a bit longer than usual. Maybe I'm completely making a mistake here, but that's the impression I had. But looks, if I think about it now, Ahmed is stopping. He stopped lap 2, so 5 laps, maybe not. I think it was just impression. Anyway, there we go. Have Lucas in 6th place, Tom in 7th. Tom is on soft tires, so he does need to make another stop. I do believe Tom will need to do 2 more stops if he goes to mediums, or unless he goes to hard tires, which I don't believe he might want to do. Let's see, because I think he can do 2-3 more laps. Okay, he can go to mediums and do 8 laps on the Citroën most likely. Let's take a look here. Zayok on soft tires is also probably going to pit stop 2 laps from now. Dr. Rusha in that recovery race, he's on soft tires, so it looks like quite fresh. So he will go to lap 13 or so, 12, 13 on these soft tires. Then probably then mediums to the end. Then you have Epsilon on soft tires. Oh, he's in auto drive here. That's punishable. Let's punish him. You're not supposed to do auto drive. I can understand. Probably he was frustrated. Okay, have Winters on. Oh, we also have, I missed that, but Miko, of course, also dropped at some point. He was frustrated. Okay, let's take a look. Head on here. He's going to do a few more laps. He's leading this race. I'm going around just to see if there is no. Oh, Ahmed is on the pits. Doggy grabs the second position now. He's on mediums. He might last for a few laps. Ahmed most likely is going to mediums now, but he might need to do another stop even. Pekic also on mediums. So everyone on mediums stayed on the track, and he might get out with another stop for mediums again, and then because they didn't pick soft tires, so it might be a good a good thing to do actually in the end. Because they didn't know, the guys who managed to switch it for soft tires, they had to do an extra pit stop. Okay, head on doing the fastest sector of the race so far, and then you have Doggy and Nathan, who already stopped, and he had to do an extra. He will need to do an extra stop compared to Doggy and Head on here, because again he went to soft tires after the wet. So that's the consequence there. Then you have Lucas on medium tires. I do believe he can get out with only one more stop. Let's see. Then Tom. Yeah, I'm curious how many more laps Tom can do with this soft tires. I don't think many, because these high-speed corners are really hard. So I believe he will stop this lap now. But let's see. And he's under pressure here from Zyok now, both with penalties. Let's follow on board of Zyok for a while to see this battle. He takes the inside, heading to the first relentisser. Let's see if Tom breaks late. Tom breaks early and kind of forfeits the position. Not much battle here. He didn't defend the inside as well, so he probably noticed that at this point in time Zyok was fast and he let him go. Well, both have, they're both very good on tire cars, right? The 296 is one of the best, and the Citroen as well, so they have soft tires, and Tom now has this slipstream. Yeah, he's backing off a bit. It's very dangerous because you don't have any visibility there. Oh, something happened here in the front? No, I think not. That's fine. Oh, I almost got a penalty there, but didn't extend the penalty, luckily. Okay. Then we have Ahmed. After the pit stop, he's on softs again, so he's going to do another pit stop. So he did do inter, softs, and he might do mediums then to finish the race, I believe. Then you have Dr. Rushan on soft tires, Epsilon and Winters. Okay, on the pits. Let's follow him down for a lap. He's leading this race. Let's follow his lap a little bit. He had a very good strategy there. He had a remarkable beginning of this race. He managed to keep in control. Great drive under the rain. And now he's leading the race. Of course, he needs to do a stop. But Nathan also needs to do another pit stop. So that will be interesting to watch. It might be a good battle at some point. Nathan had a big lead, but he did choose to do an extra pit stop when he put those soft tires. So let's follow it down here. Heading to the Virage Porsche, it's called. Then you have the Virage Dupont. Then you have the SS Ducati. So many names. Then you have the Virage Corvette. The left-hander there that he's going to do, that's called Virage Corvette. Then you have the Maison Blanche. That fast kind of chicane you have now. That's the Maison Blanche. Oh, he's going to the pit stop. He's not doing it. He's going to pits. Okay. Lap 8 So he will need to do another stop unless he go on hards. Okay, I had a hope that those guys would just skip the one pit stop, but maybe I'm completely messed them wrong here. If he goes on mediums, he definitely need to do another pit stop, I believe. Let's see. Let's see if someone does what I'm thinking here, but maybe not. These tires were not so bad, right? I mean, I'm intrigued. Anyway, let's take a look. Then you have Dog now grabbing the first position on medium tires. I do believe he can do 2 or 3 laps, although he's struggling a bit. And you do have Hedan and Lucas doing their pit stops as well. Wow, wow. Okay, I'm a pleb anyway, because I don't know, they switch tires quite early. Maybe they want to do softs. Now it's a lot of pit stops. I don't know. Yeah, Tom is also now pitting. Okay, I'm confused. I don't understand the strategy here, what would be the best. But I do have a feeling that you could extend those medium tires a few more and then just go for mediums again. Maybe I'm completely off. Anyway, Dog is on mediums, maybe he does that. If he does, I think you can do 7 laps with gas. If you extend like short shift, you can do 7 laps, right? Yeah, I think he's full of the problem. I'm completely missing that point, I guess. Because he might be able to do 2 laps and then he could do 1 stop, but I don't think he will do it. I think if he saves some full short shifting, he would be able to do 2 laps, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Dog is in first place. Heading here to the second relentisser. After the relentisser, there's a very like subtle right-hander to the right-hander that is called Kurbe. Oh my god, I cannot read this. Kurbe des Hoedendier, something like this. Yeah, that small. Yes. Yeah, you probably pitted from inter tires. Yeah, I understand. Now they're heading here for the Moose Lane. Doggy in first place. Let's see. He might do 1 extra lap here, but still he can't do 8 laps on the full, so he needs to stop again indeed. The only way you could do what I meant is that you would have to save it. Incredible. You did three times 5 laps. Yeah, okay. Plus the on soft tires, I guess, and then you did the other 3 laps on the intermediate tires, I guess. I get it. So Dogging first. He's heading to the Indianapolis, this corner. Oh, struggling a bit. Then the Virage d'Arnage. And then you have this very light left-hander before the Virage Porsche. That's called Courbe du Bousson. I think that's how it says. Of course I don't speak French, so it doesn't matter. Now he's heading to what's called the right-hander there, very fast one, with very little brake now. It's called Virage du Porsche, and then the left-hander now, it's called Virage du Pont. And then you have SS du Karting, and then you have the left-hander there, Virage Corvette. That's a very high-speed track as well. He could have closed a little bit more at the apex there, but it's hard, of course. And then he's heading to the Maison Blanche. I think, is he going to stop now? He is. He does not have, it full is the problem. Yeah, I forget everything I mentioned. I was completely missing the point that you can only do like 7, but I do believe if you save other cars, you might be able to do 8 laps on full, because I did 7 on the 458. Of course I'm slow, so maybe that's the case. Anyway, second place, Nathan grabs back the first position of the race. Now, you do have Ahmed that will grab the second place. Let's see how that goes. Let's follow the lead here a little bit. So this part of the track is called Courbe Dunlop, and then Helletischer Dunlop. That's what he just did. And then you have the Descent La Chapelle, this one. That's the La Chapelle. And then you have the S du Tête Rouge. And then you have the Virage de Tête Rouge. Yes. And then you have the long straight. Well, we have some Canadians, I think Downton was watching, so you can tell me if my pronunciation is too bad in French. I'm not sure if you speak French, but a lot of people in Canada speak French, of course. Let's go. Let's go with Nathan here for this. He did the 4:02, very fast lap, and I believe he's going to start doing fast laps now. This is the first relentless, so I'm going to follow him for a while on this lap. He's leading the race on the long straight. It's a beautiful night here. And he has such a big lead at this moment in time. It's really, really huge. I mean, he needs, like second place needs a miracle. Yours is mine. Okay, thanks. Let's go. There we go. He's in the second relentisser. And now he's doing the Courbe Ronaudiers. I cannot say this. Heading to the Moose Lane. That's what matters. The Moose Lane is a famous one. Very heavy braking area. Let's follow him a little bit. That's the Moose Lane. He's on a roll here. Very fast sectors, looks like. Yeah, he's on. He's half a second faster in his previous section there. Ahmed has the fastest lap there with 4 seconds. I think it's the last lap. So he's on a mission now on soft tires to try to cut some distance. Ahmed keeps doing the fastest lap again. So he's really putting the pace here, pushing the pace, although he's so far behind that is not really doable, I guess, at this point in time. Anyway, let's take a look why he's heading to the S's in Indianapolis. That's a very tricky corner there. If you make a mistake while braking, you just lose it. Very difficult technical part of the track. He's still doing the fastest lap on the Virage d'Arnage at this point in time. He's now on the Courbe de Busson, that's and then the Virage Porsche, the next one. So basically Virage is like turn in French as far as I'm aware, so it's the Porsche corner. This right-hander is called Porsche corner, and then you have the Dupont. Although you have a Michelin advertisement there, and then you have the S's Ducati. And finally the Virage Corvette again. Yes, Ahmed is doing a lot of short shifting here, plus the fastest lap of the race so far, and he's cutting down the time. And he's on track to make the fastest lap of this race. There we go. Looks like this is the fastest lap of the race, I think. Because I think when I did the stats, the 4:0 was the fastest lap. So I think that's it. The lap we just watched now. Okay, Nathan in first, Ahmed in second. Let's take a look. Hedan is in third now on soft tires. Dog is following a little bit behind, not so far behind. Let's follow Hedan here. He's doing a great race. I don't see battles happening at this moment in time. I think the race is more settled now. Of course, everyone still needs to do a pit stop and something might happen. So let's follow Hedan here on his. There are like two those turns. They're called Courbe d'Antares, and then you have Ronaudiers as well on this straight. But it's very like the long straight. I think maybe that means straight, long straight. I'm not sure. I have to check in French. And then you have the first Relentisser now. that can be very tricky. I mean, penalties here is like, it's easier than eating candy, this one. It's so easy to get a penalty on that car in there. There we go. He does see Ahmed far ahead in front of him. Both on soft tires. Ahmed has to stop a bit earlier, so I'm curious to see what's going to happen here. And then he's heading to the second Helantisur. I'm gonna go around. There's no battles here. Let's just take a look. He's doing this second Helantisur, how he does it. Oh, under control. Doggy is on his tail here, but he has a half a second penalty. And Doggy, of course, he drives on pad. You can see a bit more the way the car moves. It's a little bit different, actually. I was mentioned the other day, I've seen this other guy, I forgot his name, that's incredibly fast on pads. He somehow managed to drive the car almost the same as you have with a wheel. You don't see sudden moves. Dog is also keeping it very nice now. Nice. Then you have Lucas in 5th place. Dr. Rushing in 6th. I think I'm gonna move forward a little bit because honestly there will not be many battles now in this moment in time. Everyone is far behind. Maybe Tom and Dr. Russian. And then you have Epsilon. Oh, he does get lapped. Okay, he was just opening up because he's getting lapped here. Well, he left the car on auto drive for a while, so that explains a lot of it. Frustrating racing from him. He did the first 2 laps ahead. He switched tires to soft when the racing line was very, very thin, very tight. And then he went out a little bit on the Virage Corvette. And he grabbed like the wet part of the track and he spun, and his race was gone. Okay, let's move forward a little bit. You have Nathan keeping first, of course. I'm going to speed up. There's nothing happening. It's a very long race. You do have Ahmed going for the pit stops, I believe. I want to see that part. We rewind a lot on the fun part of the race, so I believe there is no problem that we forward a little bit faster now. I want to see how Ahmed is going to be after the pit stop, and also maybe Dan is also going to stop now. I think it's too risky. They might go to mediums then, I think. That's 7 laps to go, right? It's too much. I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Let's follow from here. Let's follow Ahmed and then head down, see if they're going to do the pit stop. Of course, Doggy is also trying to close the gap here, and he's on mediums, so he's going to extend his mediums a bit further. And he might do the last stint on softs, while Ahmed and Hedan might do the last stint on medium tires. So that might change something. So those are the S's do karting. And this is the Virage Corvette. I like to learn the names. I have a lot to learn on this. Oh, he goes wide. He's going to get a penalty there. He needs to stop now. His gas is completely off. So he's going to have to do... He's going for medium tires, and he's going to short shift probably to go to the end of this race, because he needs to do 6 laps. 6 full laps, right? Now that should be fine. 6 full laps on medium tires now. So Doggy has a very good position here because he's not far behind. He's on mediums. Oh, Hedan went for another lap. That's interesting. He went for another lap. He does have more gas, more fuel. He does have tires that last this extra lap. So that's a good... he might try to do softs again. Let's see. That will be interesting. Because if he wants to battle Doggy here, he needs to do that. Doggy is on mediums, but his tires are better at this moment in time. Although he's a little bit further behind, he lost some time. He had those penalties there, so that could explain it. Why he's heading here for the Tete Rouge, this one, for the long straight, trying to close the gap over Hedan, which is not an easy task. I'm not sure it can be done. It's quite far behind. Unless Hedan goes for medium tires. Then you have Nathan after the pit stop on medium tires for the last stint, most likely, because he can do easily 6 laps with the medium tires and the full. So Nathan has a very, very big lead here. Okay, so you have Lucas going to do a pit stop now, Ahmed, Tom also going to pit this lap, unless he wants to do a very risky next lap. He mentioned he did 5.55, so he might do an extra lap now, this lap, 13. Yeah, of course, then he stops and then he has 5 laps to finish. Zayok also stopping now. Okay, let's fast forward a bit. There are no changes on the grid at this moment in time. It's just such a long race. We have only like 10 cars on the track at this moment in time, so we can fast forward. There you go. His tires are very wear. It is a tricky one. This Corvette can be very, very tricky. And he's sliding a lot. He's definitely going to stop now. It's way too risky to do another lap on those fast corners with these tires. So he's going to stop now. I'm curious if he's going to pick soft tires to try to do... Yeah, he's going to pick soft tires for sure. It's 5 laps to go. So he's on softs and Doggy as well. So that's going to be, might be a good battle. I'm not sure, but Doggy also needs more fuel there. So it's going to be almost impossible, mission impossible. And Nathan grabbing the lead again on the final stint. I don't think anybody can threaten the win here from Nathan at this moment in time. It's too much of a lead. Nathan is really flying, this Audi is flying. It's a perfect track for this Audi. I think his biggest competitor would be the Supra. But of course Miko had that unfortunate decision to start on soft tires, I think soft or mediums when it was raining. I think his hope was that the track would dry very fast, but it didn't, so it was quite frustrating and he eventually dropped the race. So you do have now the position settling a little bit. That might be interesting now. Ahmed is on mediums and Hedan is on softs and Dog is on softs. So there might be, with 5 laps to go, there might be a big challenge for Ahmed here to keep his position. I think that's going to be the battle we're going to see moving forward here. Then you have Lucas, but he's far behind. I'm going to go around Tom and Zayok on the pits. Then you have Dr. Russian. Oh, he's on softs. And he's trying to do 6 laps on softs, I think. That's going to be a challenge. Or he's going to stop again. But I do believe he's going to try. He's full. Yeah. He might need to stop with 1 lap to go. That's going to be very frustrating, I guess. Let's see. Interesting. Then you have Zayok now with his final stint, of course. On soft tires. It looks to me that he put a little bit too much fuel, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he needs it. And then you have Epson in auto drive again. I think he deserves a half reprimand at minimum for this behavior. Then we go to Nathan in first place. Let's take a look. I'm gonna fast forward a bit to see this battle here. There's nothing much happening. I just want to. It's a very, very long race, guys. But I do believe there's something cooking here because Ahmed is on mediums. It's still very far behind. I don't know. Doggy is also on softs, right? And Lucas, so let's fast forward a bit more. We have Hedan, Ahmed. We do have the start of the morning now. How many seconds? Five seconds. 5 seconds more or less. Five to 6 seconds, I think. And Doggy is... Oh, Doggy is a bit less. 3 seconds behind Hayden. So you have Ahmed in second place. 5 seconds behind you have Hayden, approximately, of course. I'm approximating here. And then you have Doggy, but Ahmed is on medium tires. Then you have Hayden and Doggy on soft tires. I don't know if it's possible, but there are 4 laps to go. So if it's 1 second per lap, they will definitely put some pressure here. Ahmed did 4 on the medium tires. So that will be, yeah, that's a very good lap on medium tires. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know if they can catch him up. That's interesting. Because he is doing very fast laps. Because let's see, it's the first lap of Hayden after the pit stop. So I'm curious. I'm gonna forward a little bit more. Opening up, 3 laps to go. Let's see the distance now. It's still very further behind. And then you have Doggy. Doggy seems to be closing the gap. He was 3 seconds, right? Yeah, he's still 3 seconds. A bit less. So he might be able to put some pressure here. And you have this very beautiful morning, the sunrise. And yeah, let's take a look. It's a beautiful part of the day. I'm following here ahead. I'm going to do a loop and then follow a little bit more. So Nathan in first, very comfortable lead. Like I can't even calculate. It's probably 20 seconds or so, 15 seconds or more. I don't know. Then I have Ahmed on mediums. Hayden. Oh, Hayden is on mediums as well. My mistake. I thought he would go on softs. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be quite hard. And Ahmed is doing 4-1 lows. Yeah, that's very hard to close that gap. And then you have Doggy on soft. So Doggy might be able, but he does get a penalty. He was closing the gap, but that's frustrating now that he does get a penalty there. So he was closing the gap a little bit. And his tires are going to be weared by the last lap for sure. So it's going to be very hard to close this gap. Oh, what happened here? Oh, another mistake from Ahmed. Now in the dry track. No excuses this time. No excuses this time. Let's take a look. He's heading here to the second. He's heading to the second Helantisor. He goes out of the track and he goes out. Yeah. And of course Hayden and Doggy here, they grab the opportunity. They take the position. Ahmed on top of the mistake. He has half a second penalty. That's it. Oh, very rare. 2 mistakes from Ahmed in this race. Big engine damage, indeed. He's very slow now. Is he going to lose another? No, he's so far ahead. Oh, the engine is fixed now. Oh, that was such a fast. Okay, it looks settled now. Ahmed, but Lucas is quite far behind. Lucas is heading to the Moose lane here. On the Audi, of course, and he's on soft tires. He might be able, but it's 2 laps to go, 2.5 laps to go. It might be a bit tricky, of course. Let's see. Everyone is very far apart. Now they're just driving time trials. You have Nathan in first. On the medium tires. I'm going forward a bit more because I think this is almost settled here. And then we follow Nathan on the latest lap. There are no changes at this moment in time anymore, I believe. So let's just wrap up on the last lap with Nathan. We need 16 cars on track for those races. Then we have, I think, battles to the end, most likely, at least a few places. Of course, there was like, at this point in time, we have like 9 cars on track, maybe? 8, right? Because Epsilon is not driving. So, we have 8 cars on the track. Let's follow Nathan for the final lap of the season. I believe for the win, unless he really throws a big mistake here. Let's follow once more with the names of the corners maybe, so we all learn about it. Opening up the last lap of the season on the Audi. Very strong car. Amazing season from Nathan here. Heading for the Coupe Dunlop. And then it's called Helantiso Dunlop, this part. And then you have that Dunlop arc there ahead. Now, that's the Saint-La-Chapelle. And the S de Tête Rouge, this one. This is the S de Tête Rouge. And the Virage de Tête Rouge now, the very fast right-hander to the straight. He does go a bit wide there. I'm not sure if is he getting a penalty? I don't think so. He kept on the curb, so he's fine. Okay, that very, very soft turn there is called Courbe d'Antares. And now he's on the long straight to the first ralentisseur for the win. Like very, very, very comfortable lead there. Look at that map. Amazing, incredible race here. Started on the rain. Very, very good first few laps on this race. A lot of battles. Very interesting to watch. So if you missed the first part of the race, I really recommend you to watch. It was really, really cool to watch. And then, of course, being such a long race, it gets a bit more spread around in the end. Maybe we go inside of the cockpit of this now for the final sectors here. Okay, he's now on the, where is he again? Let me see. He's in the second curve, the second ralentisseur. And this is called Turn de Ronaldier. Heading to the Moose Lane for the last time on this race, last time on the season. For the win here, Nathan. After an amazing race, he smoked everyone else in this race. Oh, there was a crash behind? Oh, Tom? Oh, is it Tom and... Okay, I'll go back and then I'll go here again. Oh, where? Where? I don't see a crash. Can you help me here? No, I don't see. Okay, let's finish this. Doesn't matter. At this point, I missed my... Where is he now? Okay, let's move. Yes. Yeah? Okay. That's very far behind. I will skip that this time down. Sorry. Let's finish this. Okay. He's doing the Moose Lane, but thanks for flagging it. I'll skip it. It's too much to go back. Now he's on the Coupe du Golf, heading to the SS de Indianapolis. That very, very tricky and technical. Oh, this is the Coupe du Golf. Now he's heading for the SS de Indianapolis. There we go. And now he's heading to the Virage d'Arnage. The final time this morning to win this race. That's the Porsche section of the track. The next corner is called Virage du Porsche, a very fast right-hander. Very nice part of the track. I really enjoy doing this part. It's fast, but if you don't have good tires, it's really, really dangerous. There we go. That's the Virage du Porsche. Virage du Pont. SS Ducati now. Into the Virage Corvette. Heading to the Maison Blanche. That's the Maison Blanche. Oh, that's the Virage 4. The Maison Blanche is the first one. I'm fucking up your brains, guys. Sorry. And that's the Virage Raccordement. The last one. For the win, Nathan. Last play race of the season. He gets the checkered flag in first place. Let's go. Hidden. Here, yeah, he was really low on fuel at that moment in time. Very well calculated there. Hidden for the second place. I do believe is his best, is the, maybe not the first podium, but is his best final. I promise to have the standings open, so I'm gonna do this because I want to check. There you go, head on for the second place on this amazing race. He did an amazing night here. Dog in third place. So, very good race as well from Doggy here. So, and then you have Ahmed in fourth place after a couple of mistakes there. He was closing the gap on Doggy, but he didn't manage to close the final gap there. Lucas on fifth place. Also very low on fuel here, very well calculated. Then you have Tom on sixth place. A bit further behind, right? Heading to this. And there we go, Tom, to grab the sixth place on this final race, followed by Dr. Russian, or even a recovery race after starting with the wrong tires there. Very well tires. How did he manage to do the fast section? Probably he was the one crashing on that part. Because with that tires, also Zayot, also with very rare tires there. Then we have Epson, of course, he already finished to the end of the race. Quick workaround on the standings. Ahmed, the champion for the third time in 3 seasons. Second time he gets the constructors or the team championship together with Tom. So Ahmed is the champion. Second place with 222 points. We have Nathan in second place in the championship with 192 points. Lucas in third place with 152. So the Audis did a very good race, putting a lot of pressure here on the team Suzuki in the end. Only 10 points. Then you have Arjen in fourth place, Miko in fifth place, Tom in sixth place, Dr. Rush in 7, Winters, Bube, Madhead, Epsilon, Doggy, Hidden, Evo. Those are the 14 first positions on the final of the championship. The championship is done. The Suzuki VGT won the Constructor Championship. Ahmed won for the third time. So we all expect next season that Ahmed has a bit more challenge there. Everyone is stepping up, so that his time is coming. I feel it, and he's going to pick we're going to give him a very shitty car. So very good. Thank you, everyone. Have a great end of this weekend, and see you all soon on the track, on the Discord chat for the exciting part of picking cars and teams for season 4. See you all there.